Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your CFL Week number 7 preview and prediction on Friday night's football game between the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Edmonton Elks. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report, which is based on value percentage play, performance cycles, player availability / injuries, and the money management system. That in a nutshell is our fundamentals of the Raymond Report, and I'll get to that while we break down the game between the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, 6-0 Winnipeg Blue Bombers against the Edmonton Elks. Now, let's take a look at the first 6 weeks of the CFL season, and for the first time in 6 weeks, or going in week number 7, the favorites did not win the week straight up. In fact, last week was 2-2 for the favorites, but on the year, they've won 73.6% of the game straight up. Why would you bet point spread when you know point spread on favorites and underdogs is pretty much even Steven at 48.6% and 51.4% for the underdogs, and 61.1% of the games so far through the first 6 weeks of the CFL season have gone over the total. So pay attention to the unders in week number 7. And here's my CFL Power Ratings for week number 7. We'll start this time. We'll go from the bottom up. You got Ottawa number 9, Hamilton number 8, Montreal sitting right there number 7. Then you got Edmonton, Toronto. You got Saskatchewan sitting there in 4th place with the BC Lions with Nathan Rourke taking on the Hamilton Tirecast this weekend. Calgary's off this week, so they're sitting at number 2. And there's Winnipeg, your two-time defending Grey Cup champions, your number 1 team right now in the power rating right here at the Raymond Report. All right, as I said, value percentage play and performance cycles. Let's take a look at the value in week number 7. Friday Night Football, this at Commonwealth Stadium. You got Edmonton on the season, 2-4. Really, 2 lucky wins when you think about it against Winnipeg, 6-0 on the year, and Winnipeg just dominating performance on all sides of the ball. Offense, defense, and special teams. Winnipeg, 7-point favorite this week. When I look at my value report, had them listed at minus 8.6. So if you do like Winnipeg this week, you are getting a little bit of a dollar discount or a 1-point discount. And for the Edmonton Elks, I had them at plus 19. Plus 19, so good luck with that. Taking a look at rule number 2 in the Raymond Report, the percentage play. You can see I do have Winnipeg, who's on a 6-game win streak right now. Obviously, I haven't lost a game this year. 80.3% chance of winning compared to 19.6% for Chris Jones and the Edmonton Elks. Chance of covering the spread, because you win so many games, you're not going to get the edge right here in the chance of covering. 33% compared to 42% for Edmonton. And on the season, Edmonton 3-3 have come with the point spread, 0-2 at home. And the Kogo sitting right there at 29%. But we told you at the top of the show, everything's been going over so far this year. And pay attention to the unders. And you can see right there, 29%. The last 4 games for Edmonton have gone over the total. Their over-under record on the year, 5-1 to the over. All right, let's take a look at rule number 3 in the Raymond Report, the performance cycles. And before we get to the numbers, let's take a look at my playmaker chart. And what I do here is I'm a strong believer in the triplets, right? Going back to the Troy Aikman, Dallas Cowboy days with Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin, the triplets. I've always remembered, if you want to win football games, there's a triplet factor involved, right? It involves the passing, the running game, and obviously receiving. Zach Collaros right now completing 72% of his passes, where Taylor Cornelius is going to get his second start. We got to give him a little bit of a breathing room here, 61%, but it's Winnipeg. So obviously I'm going to go with Zach Collaros here on the edges. James Wilder Jr., hopefully he plays this week. He's been in and out of the lineup so far this year, up against Brady Oliveira of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. You can see Wilder averaging 4.4 yards per game. Kenny Lawler, Greg Ellison having a great year, and 15.2 averages per catch this season. I think he leads the CFL in receiving yards. And there's Mark Leggio for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 15-11 on converts made this season. Only missed 4 of them. And you can see he's accurate at 88%. So total dominance here. 3-1 edge factor for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. And let's get to some of the other performance cycles. You can see Edmonton. Obviously, when you're perfect on the season, you're going to have all the bells and whistle stats going your way. In their last 10 trips to Commonwealth Stadium, 70% of the games have gone under the total. And if you don't like laying chalk on the road in Winnipeg, one of my rules, I don't lay chalk, but I'll play the money line. But I think this money line is going to be way too expensive. If I were to lean in this one and going with what's happening right now in the CFL, eventually the under is going to have to come and balance this out. I think the under is where you want to go in this game this Friday night between the Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the Edmonton Elks. Let me see if I have any other numbers supporting that. That one's a pretty good one right there. But keep in mind, 5-1 on the season. But only 1-1 when you look at their home record. Only 1-1. All the overs have happened on the road for the Edmonton Elks. And I do have a couple of other numbers right here. You can see when Winnipeg's on the road on 6 days rest, 70% of those games gone under. Give me the under. I'm going to take the under 47.5 and hopefully it cashes you a nice winning ticket. Good luck.